Testing. Hey guys, we are actually live at our normal time, Mondays and Fridays at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. We finally are on time for once in a while. I'll wait for a few people to join because we are starting a few minutes before 4:30. So we'll let a few people trickle in here, and then we'll start maybe a little bit early, but give it another minute or so. If you guys have a request for coins, let me know. If you guys are new on TikTok or YouTube, appreciate if you hit the follow button or subscribe if you like the content that you're seeing. We do go live twice a week. I make content regularly, almost daily on YouTube, and TikTok I post once or twice a week. So let's get ahead and get started on whatever Bitcoin's doing. So Bitcoin, medium to long term, not very, very long. I would say medium term, I'm bearish. Short term, iffy. If you don't give up 21,100, I'm short-term bearish as well. I am in a long position right now, but that's a very risky one. So we'll see what happens with that. It's on Luna C on KuCoin. So I was in IOST, but that just didn't have any volume, so I got out of that. So Bitcoin right now, what is going on with Bitcoin? You have to give up the point of control, which is at $21,100. That's where all the volume is currently at $21,100 on Bitcoin. We can go over to Bookmap and see where it's going. You see there's also volume at 21,100, but also down here there's a lot of liquidity at 20,600. So it's kind of a fight between the bears and the bulls if we want to go to 21,100, or if we want to go to where this other liquidity is at $20,700. So, and then there's a little more at 20,600. So we'll see what happens. You know, it's if I really go to the 7-minute time frame on Bitcoin, it's kind of just going sideways. We can go to the RSI and see how that's looking. I'll start on the daily time frame. Daily chart is overbought, so that's kind of why I'm a little bit skeptical right now. The 4-hour chart is oversold though, so that is a good sign. And the 1-hour chart, according to the RSI, is trying to get a bounce here. We'll see what happens. And the 15-minute chart is overbought, so that's a lot of mixed signals. You could possibly say this is a rising wedge here on Bitcoin on the 15-minute chart, so another reason to be a little skeptical. But then I go down. Rising wedges are not bullish. They break that to the downside 70% of the time. But then I go to the 7-minute chart, and that's kind of flagging out right there, which is bullish. So we will see what happens. The 15-minute chart does not look great, and you're overbought. My guess is you probably come back down to the $20,500 level, which is also a very huge support level. That's another point of control where there's a lot of volume and a lot of buy orders, and there's support there. So if you don't get above 21,100, you're going to go to 20,500. You already tested it today and got a nice bounce, but it's looking like that's where we're headed again, which I hate to say, but it just looks like that's where we're headed. So that's it for Bitcoin. It's either 20,500 or it's 21,100. It's looking like 20,500 is going to be tested again, and if that's the case, if you don't hold that, 20K is obviously the next support. So that's it for Bitcoin. That's my short analysis on Bitcoin. So you're pretty much range bound between 20,500 and 21,100. At least today you have been. GMT right now, it's another coin I've been looking at. It is overbought right now on the 15-minute chart. Also, but it had a nice rally up this week of almost 100%. 1-hour chart is getting overbought again, so it might be a good short coming up. But the 4-hour chart is still very oversold, and the daily is completely overbought. So it's kind of one to watch. If you break $1, it's going to go to $1.10. If you break that, you're probably going to $1.30. So that's kind of it for GMT. It's definitely one I'm keeping an eye on. I would not be surprised though if you went back and down and tested that 90-cent area, which you were at earlier today, for a lower low. So, with that being said, that's awesome. What coin would you buy today? Well, I'd be very cautious. If it's going to be a long-term hold, maybe it doesn't matter. If it's going to be a short-term one, it's kind of a gamble. So I'm not going to recommend anything, but I will tell you that I am currently in a trade on Luna C. Luna Classic is what it's called. Would I buy Ford? I mean, that would be safer than crypto right now, probably. Maybe not. I think all of the stock market's about to go down, though, too. So we will kind of see what's going to happen with the crypto and the stock market. But, yeah, Solana looks awful. I was watching a trade on IOST. I decided to get out because the volume was low, and I kind of think it's going to come back to test the bottom of this wedge. If you're on YouTube, you can see my screen, but the bottom of the wedge is cut down in there at 1406, so it could come back and test that. Also, the 15-minute chart, it's not overbought, but 1-hour chart could, 1-hour RSI could also come down. So I decided to get out of that and get into a little bit, well, it's a lot riskier of a trade which is Luna Classic. It's had a really nice rally. The chart looks really bullish short term. You keep breaking out of these falling wedges to the upside, and it looks like you might do that again later today. I hope to God you do, because I have a trade on it right now. Also, something that I see is I'm going to do a rough drawing of it, but this could be something that's at play. Not saying it is, but it kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like for Luna Classic that it's in what's about to be a cup and handle. What is it? That's kind of what it looks like to me. If I can draw it, that'd help me a lot. That's probably what's going to happen. The start of the cup happened around 1633, and then for a cup and handle, you would get the handle right there, and then these break out to the upside 70% of the time, and when they break up, they break out parabolically. That's kind of what it looks like, because you're getting rounded bottom, which is bullish. And this asset for Luna Classic to me looks really, really juicy for not only for maybe a day trade or a swing trade, but also for a potential, like, maybe, I'm not gonna say super long-term hold, but maybe like a medium-term hold, like maybe 1 to 4 weeks, because I could see this cup and handle playing out in the next month, and if it did, it would probably do very well. So not financial advice, but it just looks kind of interesting. Something I'm definitely going to keep my eye on in the next few hours, minutes, and days, and probably weeks. So Luna Classic is now on my radar as well. It's trying to break out this falling wedge right now. My target was 29%. It might not hit that target, but with how bullish it seems, I would think it would. As long as Bitcoin can stay above 20,500, I do think this target is very much in play. This target of at least 15% to this previous high that you were earlier today is 100% in play, in my opinion. So that's what I'm watching. It's Luna Classic. That's on the top of my radar. Then I'm watching IOST, and then thirdly GMT. Those are the 3 coins I'm watching for the next few days. So yeah, if you guys have any requests for coins, let me know, and I will look at them. But beyond that, that is my rundown on the market really quick. And how's it going, Alex? Yep, so that's kind of my rundown of the market. Bitcoin, GMT, Solana looks awful, but Luna Classic could be the play of the day. I don't think you can't buy this on Coinbase anymore, but that's kind of what I'm watching. Short term, Bitcoin probably it's in rising, which I would expect Bitcoin. I would think Bitcoin was going to come down to 20,500. That's what the charts are telling me, and then we'll see if we can bounce off the point of control again. But if you do get the bounce off of 20,500 and you can't break 21, actually. You got the bounce, and you didn't even get above. If we zoom in a lot, yeah. So if you get a bounce off of 20,500, you would have to break $21,000 to be bullish. If you bounce off 20,500 but can't get above $21,000, that's a lower high, and that would confirm we're definitely in a downtrend. Also, on the smaller time frames, on the 15-minute, you got a top there at 20,000, just shy of 21,000, and you also got another top there. So that's a double top on the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin at 21K. So if you hold 20,500, you'd have to break 21K to be bullish again. Otherwise, I would be looking for shorts, not just for today, but for the next few days, probably into this upcoming weekend. So that's how I see the markets. If you guys have any requests, let me know. Otherwise, I will be live on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time, and I appreciate you guys for joining. I don't know what that means. MULN ETH. So you're shorting to 19K. I definitely think that's a good play, and I'm not saying it's a great play, but I do think it's very much on the table. My thing is, if you break 20,000, I see us going below 19K. Like, you make a double bottom at 17.5. If you don't hold that, obviously 14K is next. So, if it were me, if I was going to be in a swing trade long term, I would personally move my take profit to probably 17.5 or something like that. That's just what I would do. But not financial advice. But there's really no support at 19K. That's why I would say that. But all right, guys, with that being said, that's kind of all I got. Thanks, guys, for joining, and I will see you guys on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe, and hopefully Bitcoin can recover above 21K, because that would be good for Luna Classic. I'll see you guys in the next one. And what's my reasoning on Bitcoin going below 18,000? Well, because, first of all, if you break 20K, the next support's not really till 17.5. So, and that would be a double bottom. But also, I think Bitcoin's going below 17.5 because we have CME gap down there at $9,000, and also 85%, yet usually a Bitcoin falls in a bear market, 85% from the top to bottom would be $10,300 when I did the math. So 9 to 10K is kind of my target on Bitcoin. If you had a wick lower, that's okay, but you can't close the daily candle below 9K and still be bullish, in my opinion. I appreciate the follows, guys. That's kind of going to wrap it up for me. There's one more request on DYP, which is on Coinbase. I don't know if I've ever looked at this. It looks like it's going straight down, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, that looks that doesn't look great. You could say that's maybe a falling wedge, but to me that just looks awful. I don't think that's worth the risk of trying to trade that. Yeah. Maybe a falling wedge, but considering the trend is completely down, don't go against the trend. If you are going to try to trade this, I would look for a breakout and a retest of this support. If you got the bounce, then maybe trade it then. It could definitely be in a falling wedge, but to me that's so risky to trade just because it's gone down so much. So, yeah. Target would be 26 if it's only 3 higher. I wouldn't trade this. This is a complete downtrend, whatever DYP is. Coinbase is now listing a bunch of coins that are just scams, really. The 4-hour chart is in the dumps, though. The 1-hour chart has bottom, and the 50-minute chart is neutral. So, I don't know. Very risky, in my opinion, if you want to trade this. I would wait. If you are committed to trading this, then I would wait for a breakout. And if you don't get that, then just set alerts above this top trend line at like 24 higher. If you break 24, then it's probably going to break out to at least 26 or a little bit higher. But other than that, guys, that's all I got. So, appreciate it. So, yeah, guys, I got to get going. A quick stream today, but I will be live on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. I just want to go through the markets, kind of tell you what's going on, and sorry it has to be so quick, but I will see you guys in the next one. All right. See you guys on Friday.